In this video, we're going to talk about how to stop overreacting, how to stop being defensive in our relationship with people, how to stop being triggered, and what to do in those moments when the mind just goes in defense mode and attacking others and putting our guards on. All right? And this is actually a question that I got from one of you guys. So this is very interesting because all of us have inbuilt guards, defenses to protect us. It's like our mind as a radar, right? Just warning us of anything that can really threaten us, make us vulnerable, make us appear weak, make us feel embarrassed, make us feel humiliated, or the big one, make us feel ashamed, right? So the subconscious mind is screening all of your experiences all the time, right? Based on all the programs that you have. So a lot of us who have any form of guilt or shame or any form of unworthiness subconsciously in our self-image are naturally gonna feel guarded, distance, attacking, judging others, always feeling like I need to protect myself. Yeah? Because if I let other people in too close, something might happen. So we are quick to respond when something happens. Somebody makes a comment, somebody looks at us the wrong way, somebody tells us something, somebody don't follow through, somebody does something, and all of a sudden we feel angry and we attack and we do this and we go in defense mode and we don't even know why, right? And it's often not a big things, but the subconscious mind is simply protecting you against those deeper feelings, because one of our deepest fear is to feel insignificant. And that's why we struggle deeply with toxic shame, with feeling unworthiness, with showing any form of vulnerability, with showing any form of weaknesses to other people. It is easier to appear strong and good and nice and likable, to have that shiny armor and never show what's inside. Yeah, so we wear those masks. But to truly connect with human beings is to, by essence, by default, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, to let people in, to feel, to connect, to have those intimate moments. This is what truly creates intimate relationship. When somebody shares something they struggle with, something they overcome, when they share that story with you, this is the moment when you actually get to know them the more, and the moment where you bound to those people the most, right? It's not when they just share those superficial small talk type of things, but it's in the deep moment that we create deep relations with people. So then the question is, how can we overcome that defensive response, right? And it's a process, and it's a process that is different for everybody depending on what is causing that defense. But one of the main things I can invite you to consider and really reflect and act on is to stop taking things so personally. The world doesn't resolve around you. And the more you take things personally, the more you create a meaning that it's because of this and me, and they don't like me, and they wanted to do this to me and that, and you personalize and identify with all of this, the more you feel like you have a target on your back. And the more you're going to respond, the more you're going to feel anxious, the more you're going to feel defensive. And ultimately, these are going to create walls between you and other people. So in order to stop this pattern, it is very important that you stop taking everything so personally. And one way to do that is to be conscious of the meaning, the story you're creating. And one of my favorite mantra is to simply tell myself, this doesn't mean anything. For example, recently I got a message from a friend of mine, and in that message there was something that I didn't like, right? And my mind straight away goes into defense attack mode. How dare you, blah, blah, blah. And I really wanted to send a nasty message in that moment, right? But in that moment, I caught myself. I was like, whoa, stop. This doesn't mean anything. I am reading something, I am creating a story, an interpretation, I'm taking it very personally, but this could mean a million different things. This doesn't mean anything. So by using that mantra, by choosing that this doesn't mean anything, that comment, that look, that thing, that whatever is happening, if you can label that this doesn't mean anything, it doesn't mean what I imagine it means. You have a space, you have a gap, and in that gap, you can choose your response. You can choose to keep on reacting this way and to fuse and create a situation out of this, or you can choose to diffuse the situation, cool down, and observe it, respond from a different place. And when you choose to do so, you are overcoming the old pattern and you are breaking free from the story, from the defenses, from all that deflection that is often shame-based, unworthy-based. And you simply choose to trust yourself, to have faith, and to also choose that I'm no longer going to respond by old patterns and make myself a victim of this situation when there is no need to do so. It's a simple exercise that requires a lot of conscious awareness and also a lot of training, because those defenses can be deeply inbuilt in us. It can just trigger us, and we can respond in the same way and be defensive and guarded all the time and never put our guard down, simply because we keep on creating certain meanings, simply because we keep on taking things personally. So the moment you stop taking things personally and you start to see that, well, this doesn't mean anything, it could mean something completely different. In that moment lies your freedom. And when you can start doing this, you can start letting other people in, you can start letting your resentment, your anger, your guard away, and you can start creating more deeply meaningful relationships. But also you can live more freely, because you can stop responding to everything and every time unconsciously. All right, so I hope this helped. I hope this answered your question. Let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. As always, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of this type of videos, and I will see you next time. Be well.